Hey everybody, Garrett Claridge here. Back a while ago I did a video asking you guys to write me questions in the comments section, and I got over 160 questions asked to me. Now I'm going to be making the video today answering some of the questions, but I'll tell you, a lot of the questions you guys asked are really easy to find the answers to just by going to my YouTube homepage. So now I'm going to be answering all these questions, or for the most part of them anyway. Enjoy! 89 Thunder Chunky asks, by the way I really love that name, did I ever have to go buy something to smash up? And that's a yes, because every time I run out of donations, I go hit up the local thrift stores and pick up some cheap shit to blow up. 78 Buzz asks if I can smash an iMac G3. I just so happen to have an iMac G3 somewhere on this shelf over here, but it's mine. And you can't have it, YouTube. It's awesome. But if you send me one, I'll smash it. Dodge Neon Wrecker asks if I own a car, what is it, and have I ever smashed a car? Now I used to have a car. It was the old hatchback Honda Civic with the standard transmission, but I ended up selling it because I never got my G1 license yet. Isn't that sad? But anyway, I have smashed cars before, but we never had our camera. My Bass Scoop speakers here were actually custom made by a band that traveled across Ontario. They eventually upgraded their equipment and one of the band members had these sitting in their garage, and I picked them up real cheap to take them off his hands. Daewoo Parts asks if there's going to be another Easter Bunny death video, and there is, so stay tuned for that. It's coming up real soon. I've come across a lot of shitty speakers, but these take the cake for most unexpected piece of shit. Now, these are out of a 2010 Mazda. Now, you pay a lot of money for a car, and if I found these speakers in there, I would kick someone's ass. Now, here's the kicker here. Get ready for this. Look at this. What is that? That is a fucking plastic speaker and a friggin' magnet the size of a quarter. Not even. They weigh like nothing. These are like space speakers or something. 25 watts, 4 ohms. What the fuck? Link22551 asks, why is Poo Poo Garrett your username? Well, back a while ago I actually made my YouTube account just to put a comment on some fat kid's video. I never thought I'd be using YouTube, and you know what, you guys are all here, I'm kinda stuck with the name now. And contrary to popular belief, I do not have a shit fetish. X Fantasy Blazer X asks, where do I get all my speakers from? And it is a variety of sources. I go to auctions, I go to the pawn shops, yard sales, local classifieds, I even hit up eBay sometimes. All those places are great spots to pick up speakers for real cheap. Gold Cars 666 asks, when are you gonna start uploading videos to your second channel? And to tell you the truth, my second channel is only for videos that are too stupid for my main channel or have copyrighted music in them, because this channel I'm on now I can't really put copyrighted music on, but a non-partner channel I can go nuts with it. Pooface006 asks if I use vinyl records, and that is a big yes. I love these things, even though this record player I have right now is just a piece of shit. My Thorens one broke, so I'm looking for a new record player, but I do have a great collection of vinyl, and I also collect the old Disney storybooks on vinyl, just because I'm a Disney fag like that. Don't judge me. StreetBeat97 asks, what kind of speakers do I like the most, whether it be car audio, home audio, or pro audio? My favorite has to be the pro audio because you can crank it and it does not distort. I do a little bit of car audio. I used to have a job where I did car audio installs, and let me tell you, I hate that shit. It's so cheap and Chinese and all that, but what can you do? I do a little bit of home theater stuff. I have a home theater at the other house, and definitely vintage audio. Well, those are pro audio speakers, but I do have a good collection of old vintage Sansui and other, like Pioneer, all that old kind of brand name stuff. It does the job. Mr. Gameboy 1989 asks if I'll give him a shout out. Mr. Gameboy 1989. Mr. Ben 155 asks, PC, Xbox 360, or PS3? And I don't play any of them because I hate games. I have a Wii, I have a PlayStation 2, and I have an Xbox 360 that I've never played once. A YouTube user that I can't pronounce his name for the life of me asks, what is the best way to get free smashable stuff? And the only thing that I can come up with here is, it never hurts to ask. If you see someone with like a printer or some shit in their garage, ask for it. It never hurts if they say no. But you would not believe the stuff I've got for free just because I asked for it. So never hurts to ask, get out there, ask for it. Dragon Ultramaster asks, why did I start smashing stuff and recording it? Well, the original intention was to piss people off, and it still does to this day. But I'd have people at school that were total Nintendo fanboys, so I'd go out, find a Nintendo, smash the shit out of it, put it on YouTube and send them the link, and they'd get right pissed at me, and it was great. Well, it still kind of works that way, but it seems I found a crowd of people that actually like watching stuff getting blown up as much as I like blowing the shit up. So it's working out for me. Fancy Snake 1 asks, do I have Windows or Mac? And I've owned both Windows and Mac computers, but I can tell you, the only ones I actually enjoy using are the Macs. Here is the computer I use the most, even though I have a couple of these things. This is the old black MacBook. I just love the way these look and feel. Even though it's kind of old now, it's by far my favorite computer. Slater King 2010 asks, have I ever been injured doing a video or ever had to edit or cancel a video due to injuries? And that is a big yes, because every time I do a video I often cut myself. And here's some proof. The videos this week I've done. I got a cut on my hand here, you can hardly see it really. That was a pretty deep one. There's another guy right here. And let's see, another one there. Oh, I can't really see any that catch my eye at the moment, but I do often bleed and cut myself on the sharp crap I break. And there has been at least 3 or 4 videos I had to cut out altogether due to really bad injuries, either to me or some other people that have done videos with me. And definitely I edit out the blood and all that, because who wants to see that, really? Otis Fright asks if I've ever cracked drywall with bass. And I have a couple of times, and the good example I have in my own room here is I went and put a subwoofer in this little cabinet dealio old closet thing, and I got a good crack on the wall right along here. Goes from the floor all the way up to this baseboard thing here, or whatever the heck you call that. So I have. Mr. Sack asks if I test most of the stuff I smash, and if I smashed anything that I later regretted. I've never smashed anything that I've regretted because it's just material shit. Like, you can get another whatever, you know? And when it comes to testing stuff, I do try to get it going. If I don't have the proper chords though, I just say screw it and go on with the show. East Anglia UK asks if I believe in God or any other religion. And I used to back when I was little because I was in a Catholic school, and you know how they jam that crap down your throat. But I've given up on all that now, so no. Hardcore Spackin85 asks how many watts is your sound system, and I've never even thought of calculating it. So here we go. The amplifiers, they're equaling 2,500 watts of output power, and that is nothing compared to what the speakers can take. The RMS power of the speakers is 5,600 watts, and I'm talking about these 3 speakers here. We got these guys, not the tweeter on top here, that's separate. Those 2 cabinets, and this speaker bin underneath. Not talking about that bitch, because that bitch don't matter. Anyway, so the speaker peak of those 3 cabinets is 9,000 watts. Now, the 2,500 watts of amp power I'm putting into them is more than enough. I'm telling you, more than enough for this little workshop room. But I do plan on buying more amps. The only problem is, a decent amp is $1,000 or more. Especially for ones that I need to equal the RMS power of these fucking speakers. So I'm kind of stuck with that now, but there are your numbers. Cold Rolled Steel asks if I've ever been spanked by Mr. Papank. And I'd rather not talk about that. Freebirth777 asks if I could only destroy one more thing for the rest of my life, what would it be? And hands down, Justin Bieber. Wink Christian asks, what is my most expensive piece of equipment? And you could probably guess that it's these JBL cabinets right here. When these retailed, they went for over $3,000 for one speaker. Mr. the Wolf 12 asks, what was that crazy black and white wallpaper in my old room? Well, that wasn't wallpaper, that was a ton of demotivational posters printed in black and white and taped to the wall. You can search demotivational posters in Google and find a shitload. Just go to work or somewhere where you don't have to pay for the printing, and it could be wallpaper. Classic Macintosh asks, Android or iOS? And if there was no Mac option, would you use Linux or Windows? And I don't really have much experience with the phone systems, but I can tell you I've used both, and I really like the iOS more. And that has nothing to do with me being a total Apple user, but I like how smooth it is and all that shit. And although the Android is getting up there and getting all kinds of new features, and if I had to choose between Linux and Windows, I would sadly, really sadly, have to go with Windows, because I think Linux is a huge piece of shit. Four Hits Willie Style asks if I have ADD or something like that, and I will do you one letter better, sir. I have ADHD, that is, Attention Deficit Hyper Disorder. UXW Bill asks if I've ever taken down a building, and I have on a couple occasions, worked with a construction company, and of course that involves demolition. And then cleaning up after. But mostly demolition. Metal Maniac Matt asks if I've ever kept a donation instead of smashing it, and I have on one occasion and one occasion only. I kept this Mickey Mouse clock thingy right here. This was kindly donated by Daewoo Parts, I believe. Look at that thing. Ah, I can't smash that. Alright, well that's about all the questions I have patience for. Stay tuned, I might just do another video like this. Maybe in another 5 years, because it sucks so much to make. Well anyway, see you guys later. Stay tuned. I gotta go feed the fucking wood stove.
Why are you so handsome?